Okay, good morning, boys. So, as I promised you, I'm gonna make a video on the grammar for lesson 1, module 6, which is about indefinite pronouns and adjectives. So, in French, they are called les indéfinis. So, les indéfinis is all the words that we use to express quantity. In English, words like some, many, a few, each, all, these are what we call indefinites. So let's take a look at what they are in French, all right? So in French, basically, if you look at the first sentence, hier, j'ai mangé quelques fruits, plusieurs légumes, tout le gâteau, tous les biscuits, certains desserts. These are what we call indefinite adjectives, d'accord? Adjectif indéfini. So if you take a look at the pattern, basically you have the adjective and noun. Adjectif plus nom. Exemple, quelques. I can say quelques fruits, but there is always an S. I can say quelques voitures, quelques animaux, right? And this would mean some. You are supposed to know this already, okay? So basically, this word here is some. D'accord? So whenever you want to say some stuff in French, just use quelques with S. This is the first one. Okay? Oops, my mistake. Sorry, let me write this again. Fine. Let's take a look at the second one. Plusieurs. What is plusieurs? Plusieurs is simply slightly more than some. So plusieurs means many. Okay? Some, quelques is some. Plusieurs is many. Two, you know this. Two is supposed to mean all. Two is also all here. So what's the difference? The difference is simply plural and singular. Two, T-O-U-T, would be singular masculine. Donc, tout le gâteau, all the cake. Tout le temps, all the time. Now, what happens if we use a feminine word? Right? Well, very simple. We are going to add an E right here. Toute la vie, all the life, d'accord? Toute la nuit, all night. Toute la classe, all the class. Very simple. And then you have two, T-O-U-S. This is masculine and feminine, and this is used for plural. So, example again, I will show you quickly. Tous les enfants, all the children. Okay. Tous les jeux, all the games, d'accord? Tous les livres, all the books. Of course, every time we have the mark of the plural. We have an S at the end. I hope it's clear so far. And finally, the last one, certains means, certains would mean a few or some. Some of. I don't even know how to translate that. So it's like the difference here is simply that quelques fruits means some fruits. Certains desserts means some of the desserts, not all of them. I'm not sure if it's clear, but I don't think it's a big deal if it's not that clear. As long as you know that they both mean some. That's the most important. Okay, everyone? Now, this was, in the first one here, we had the adjectives. Okay? They were the adjectives. Now, I want to take a look at the pronouns. The pronouns are slightly different. Because they are pronouns, they will not be used with a noun. They will be used with a verb. Okay? So if you take a look here, let me just get rid of this. Quelques-uns ne mangent pas de viande. Plusieurs adorent le steak. D'autres préfèrent le poulet. Tous aiment le sucre. Chacun a ses préférences alimentaires. So what do we have here? Well, simply we have the pronoun and a verb. Okay? So when we want to say some, we will say some people. That's why we will use the un here, right? Quelques-uns. That would mean some of them, someone, some people. Quelques-uns. Of course, what happens if we are talking about girls? Quelques-uns becomes quelques-unes. D'accord? And when you do this, make sure that the verb is plural form, right? ENT. For present tense, of course, it's different for imperfect, past, etc. Plusieurs. Plusieurs doesn't change. Plusieurs is many, right? So as you can see here, there is not much difference. They are the same. Plusieurs, plusieurs doesn't change. But this one is adjective, this one is pronoun. Plusieurs adorent le steak. Many people, many love steak. D'autres préfèrent le poulet. So d'autres is different. We did not have it earlier. D'autres simply means others. D'accord? D'autres means others. But in French, when we use d'autres, there is something you must not forget. You need to add that little D apostrophe. You cannot just say autre. Okay? You have to say d'autres. D'autres préfèrent le poulet. Also plural. Tous aiment le sucre. All love sugar. So what's interesting here is that earlier I said tous les biscuits, right? Tous les biscuits, right? So when I use all as an adjective, like in the first sentence, I don't pronounce the S. Tous les biscuits. If I use all as a pronoun, I have to pronounce the S. Tous aiment le sucre. Tous aiment le sucre. I hope it makes sense to you guys because it makes perfect sense for me. If you want, I can give you another example. Let me just delete that. Tous. They all speak French. All of them speak French. Tous parlent français. Okay? They all like me. Tous m'aiment. D'accord? They are all crazy. Tous sont fous. Okay? So when you use all as a pronoun, you must pronounce the S. And then chacun mean each one. Chacun mean each one. So chacun a ses préférences alimentaires. Each one has his food habits, food preferences. Talking about chacun, I'm going to add something I forgot to write here. I'm going to add chaque. Chaque would be each. You should know that, right? So chaque would be each. Example, chaque jour, each day. Chaque plat, each dish. Okay, so we are almost reaching the 10 minutes mark. I will stop here because I know that after that you will be less focused. I hope it was clear. I'm going to give you some exercise to try to do at home. If you have any questions, please ask me in class or leave a comment, a reply or a comment below the note or the video. Thanks very much. Bye.